Mr. Johnson, I won't be into work today. My mother died. I thought your mother died last week. She did, but the doctor resuscitated her at the funeral. And now my son that I just adopted from Romania is sick. Wah, wah. Wow, that's an unusual cry. Duh, he's from Romania. That's a commercial that plays in Erie, so I don't think anybody who's watching this would know what that is. I couldn't get the key. Now what? By the way, it took, what, almost 15 minutes for that video to compile, just so that I could save the raw file. I haven't even processed it yet. So now you turn back, and I got my Mad Hatter medal. You put me in a bad mood. I'm sorry. You put me in a bad mood. The Hatter is gone, but he left you a message. Now, at least the Hatter left the door open. Now the weirdness starts. The door to the Hatter's cell. It's locked. I don't like this song as much as I like the song from the first game. Let's go ahead and look out the window. Creepy. That picture by itself reminds me. It's Mewtwo. A strange hole in the wall. That's not my phone ringing. That's part of the game. This tree just sitting out in the middle of the field with no leaves is like a very sad... Oystercloud. It's like a very sad Charlie Brown moment. Peanuts comic. By the way, that's one badass Cheshire Cat. Alright, here we go. He should have took the stairs. That's a Horatio line. And then he needs to put his sunglasses on. Yeah! I don't think I want to take the elevator. I'm not going in there. You should. No, nothing. I'm getting some lag here from the video processing in the background, but that's fine. It's just a point-and-click game. Yes, you can always count on. You can always take more than nothing. Not a crumb. Hatter's code broken? The Hatter's mysterious notes may actually have clues hidden in them. Ever since the terrible, mysterious accident that seems to have permanently rendered our loving hatmaker insane, he's been leaving cryptic notes at the scenes of his heinous crimes. The loyal and noble Heart Police are said to be on his trail now that they have cracked his secret code. In every note he's left, the second letter seemed to be key, and perhaps shows that this madman isn't as mad as everyone thinks. It is terrible what has happened to my good friend. He and I go way back, and I hope that one day we'll catch him and we can get him the help he needs. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts cures insanity via beheading. What the heck? Over the past 6 years, over 42 people on the Heartland Council of Civics and Rights have gone missing or died in freak accidents. Some reports indicate these numbers to be kind of weird, but no one has been charged with the task of finding out what the heck is going on. We continued on page 11b. Some reports indicate these numbers to be kind of weird. Yeah, that sounds exactly like newspaper to me. Funny skull found. Funny-looking skull found, ostensibly belonging to a walrus man, but we're not sure. It's damn weird, though. That looks kind of like the Piltdown man's skull, but I don't know for sure. The Mad Hatter strikes again. Ever since the Hatter has dropped off the political radar, he's popped up on the police one. The once respected political tool of the Queen herself has gone haywire and is on the loose. 4 dead in downtown Hedge after a waitress dropped his order of boiled Spanish moss and chips. He went insane and stabbed her and 3 other customers to death with one of those little plastic sandwich swords, says James Jameserson of James Family Rookeries. He was eating, continued on page 2. Cure in sight for possible... Click. These windows do nothing. At least I don't have to sneak around. What has the Hatter done? Pools of blood upon the floor. Oh, we don't want you yet. Oh, we don't want you yet. Alright, so here's this note that's hanging from the bookshelf. Implausible dancing, irrefutably accentuating chuckles. Hattie. Wonderland, security and heart, security and safety. Penalty charge notice. Second letter, M-A-R-C-H. March. So now we go to the computer, and we type March. Command not recognized. Type help for supported commands. Exterminate. Commands include lookup, logs, and unlock. Type help command for more information on a specific command. Help lookup. Since I couldn't get lookup to work my first time, type lookup followed by a name for information about the inmates. Type list inmates for a list of current inmates. Feel free to explore all of these entries yourself. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just type logs. You can see the different logs, like log 206, urgent, rabbit. Hatter is out of crimson status. Hello, boys. But we want unlock. Enter password error. Password needed. Type unlock password. So we type unlock password. Don't actually type password. Type the password. The password. Command not recognized. So you type unlock and then the password is March. Safe opened. Now we didn't see the safe before, but if you turn, get back in there. Turn. Here's this. How long have they been watching me? All these cameras. Like here's the camera that's showing. It looks like a scene from the first game. This looks like the cave from the first game. You can recognize this is our cell. But what we did was we opened up the safe here. You found the evidence. You can look at the evidence later. Get the hell out of here. Oh, we want to turn this way.
Dr. Raymond Burr was a cowardly man with a big heart until he lost all his money.
So Dr. Raymond Burr is a cowardly man with a big heart until he lost all his money.
Dr. Raymond Burr
Clicking
was a
on that,
cowardly
that's just
man
the speaker.
with a big heart until he lost
So,
all his money.
You want to turn it to the chicken head. You want to give him a big heart. This is the one that I find hardest. Not broccoli, not a clock. There you go, there's a heart. And then you want to change the hands until he's dropping money. And you click on it again.
Dr. Raymond Burr was a cowardly man with a big
Brings
heart
this thing down.
until he lost all his money.
Totally kind of ripping off Monsters Incorporated here. Brings down a door. Head through the door. And now you're in this little weird world. You push the button. Maybe you shouldn't have. And now it starts raining fish. It's raining fish. Hallelujah, it's raining fish. It's fish. I had more questions than answers. But one thing was clear. I totally broke her arm and threw her down a hole because of me. Alice is Dead 2 is going to be continued. It's a short game. It's easy game. Just like the first one. The first one was short and easy, but it's more about the atmosphere and a little bit about the storyline. It's just immersive and wonderful. This one is not quite as fantastic. I want to use that to evoke a sense of fantasy. You're in a jail with a mental patient and a dead octopus-legged dude. So there's still this, fantasy, this little bit of surrealism to it. That thing creeps the hell out of me. Oh. So that's still there. It's very enjoyable. I think that this is a worthy sequel to Alice is Dead Episode 1. And I can't wait for Alice is Dead Episode 3 when we get to continue. I especially like this little picture here. I mean, the White Rabbit as like a badass hitman, that's a nice little twist. There is a secret medal in this game. There's a hidden achievement. They don't tell you what it is or how to get it. I haven't found it. I was trying in my first game. I tried again while we were playing through here. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to play through it a third time right after I finish recording here. because I want to go back into the computer system and read the logs on the inmates, because I didn't do that my first time. Because I typed lookup and lookup didn't work. It never worked. And rather than type help lookup, I just typed unlock and continued on in the game. So there you go. Alice is Dead, Episode 2. And more Super Mario Bros. 2 tomorrow with Luigi. Good night.